It's time to fulfill your destiny in this fantasy world of Antalor in Two Worlds 2. Two Worlds 2 is an open-world action RPG developed by Reality Pump and published by Tower Interactive, and is a sequel to 2007's Two Worlds. It was released in the States on February 8, 2011, and was out for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC platforms. This game is in the same camp as the Elder Scrolls series, in my opinion, minus the first-person view, but still had fun and interesting side quests that would distract you from your main quest constantly. With that said, let's dive into this fantasy world of orcs, elves, dragons, and humans to see where your destiny lies. The story begins with you, the hero, taken prisoner with your sister Kyra by the evil Gandahar, who has become the self-proclaimed Emperor of Antalor. Your sister houses powerful magic within her, which Gandahar is attempting to awaken with his power to dominate Antalor with an iron fist. This plan, however, is delayed when orcs come to rescue the hero in order to fulfill his destiny. This game will run you about 32 to 50 hours depending on how you go about playing this story-driven game filled with side quests. There's also some DLC expansions that add more story content and give you more longevity in this game. I'd say, given this game's open world nature, it's easy to get lost and immerse yourself within the world of Antalor and find enough enjoyment to extend that playtime. The graphics for Two Worlds 2 were still pretty early for its time, being close to the beginning of the 7th generation of video game consoles, but it's decent enough that you'll find some attractive characters, some interesting monsters, and some well thought out boss and landscape designs. The best thing about this game, in my opinion, is the character creator, which allows you some creative freedom to design your main hero to whatever pleases you before you begin your journey. There's also a creator for the online portion of this game, but we'll cover that soon enough. The audio in this game is one of my favorite parts about Two Worlds 2. The music immerses me in this fantasy world.
Better be worth it.
The ambience in the city really makes me feel like I'm in a bustling city full of trade and commerce.
Have been observed coming out of the sewers to spread disease and filth through the community. Brothers and sisters, would this be allowed?
And the voice acting is pretty alright, although the main character's voice actor seems to enjoy trying a Batman impression for the hero, but I'm fine with it considering he does a good job at it.
Quite impressive. There's a slight theatricality to your methods.
What kind of test was this?
The kind you live to complain about, apparently. Which leaves me with the pleasure of announcing that Mr. Mirage would like to make you an offer.
I also enjoy the game's sense of humor, as it's not all serious business in the world of Antalor. It's really easy to find myself enjoying dialogue in an RPG like this when they take it easy every once in a while and don't cram your destiny in your face like other games. In the world of Antalor, you are tossed in an open world where you're free to explore and do side quests along with your main quests. During your travels, you'll learn various skills, such as being able to pick locks in order to gain access to locked rooms and loot, how to mix and match magic cards to create some interesting spells to aid you on your quests, and you'll learn how to enhance your own weapons via crafting and dabble in the arts of alchemy. There's indeed something for everyone in this game, and it helps immerse me in this world where there's so much to do. Of course, along with these skills you'll also learn some interesting techniques that will aid you in combat. The combat in this game is all action with a dab of strategy in the mix. Although one problem I have with this game is how sometimes the combat feels clunky and you're sometimes able to cheese enemies with spammy attacks until they eventually drop their guard. Regardless of that, it's still fun and strategic at times when you find an actual opponent to face who will force you to use techniques that break defenses as well as block counters. Questing in this game is fun, and there's tons of quests that'll give you some entertainment and some laughs as well, and it's really good in a game like this where your choices actually make an impact at times, like a spoiler quest I did, in which I killed a quest NPC who later traps me in a dungeon for some vengeance.
You.
Again?
I've waited for this.
Not as long as I'd hoped. How have you been, Celine?
My soul stands before you, and you mock me?
Actually, I thought I'd cut your damn head off. See if that works.
Bastard!
and given the expansion DLC for this game, I'm sure there are plenty more quests that'll dazzle you with their humor and quirks. My favorite thing in this game has to be the online portion of the game, where you can create your own character right down to their gender and race. You have various things you can do when you host a game, such as going on an adventure, village mode, deathmatch, duels, and crystal capture. Village mode is one of my favorites of the online mode, as you can create and manage your very own village, and have lots of buildings like shops and farms. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows, as you'll have to respond to random encounters to protect your village.
More bodies are rising from their graves. Sometimes I swear this land is cursed. The graveyard. Quickly.
With regular offline story mode and online mode, it really does feel like two worlds. Two Worlds 2 is fun, immersive, and innovative, and I've always find myself revisiting Antler every once in a while to explore its world. I find it funny that lately the games I've been covering have rumors of sequels, or straight up announcements like Two Worlds 3 coming around 2019. Nevertheless, I'll continue my journey of spotlighting these underrated games and spreading the word, and one day, I hope some of the games I cover that haven't received sequels end up getting remakes, or spiritual successors, or something. Thank you guys for watching another fantastic episode of UnderRadar, and I'll see you on the next one.